Hashtag Prove You Know the Game. Today we are outside. We're at Legends Village in Mufakose. And you know what? It's so exciting to be here because it's the watch party, FA Cup. And Man City is battling Chelsea. But so far, Man City yaga leader. And we're going to do spin the wheel. We've got so many activities to do. But right now, I want to talk to the people and hear what they think about what is going on in the game. And you know what? Tendai had a conversation with people that actually are amazing. These guys are athletes and they're representing Zimbabwe. And the relay, you know what? I don't know much about it. I'm going to wait and she's going to help me with it. Tendai, come here. She's busy. Hi, baby girl.
Hi, Rosa.
How you doing?
Doing great. I'm doing great. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm excited. Timmy and Luke support I go win. Shamwaru zone no mashiro.
Man City. Man City
Chele Vita. So tell us, you had a conversation earlier on the guys that are doing the relay.
Oh,
what did they say?
Oh, yes, the 4x4 relay guys, they're doing very, very well. Right now, they're in Ghana. So they're doing very well. And Nagatora na captain wavo Gerren, Vaitara kuto vanodo ma sponsorships because vaingoti zvema athletics zvinoda mari yakati but havasikuonekwa saka vanga vane chikumbiro kuZimbabwe kuti guys tokumbiro vane pashoma pavainapo vationewo and maathletics anotarisirwa pasi zvokutodaro yeah because makabvunzwa kuti kune vanhu vari kumhanya ingori bhora zvakati Scotland chakati yeah so vanga vachiti cherowo makatipowo kana maakwa since vari kurepresenta Zimbabwe kuma World Championship so vaingokumbira pane zvavainazvo so yeah
it seems like the issue of sponsorships keeps coming back up. We talked about sponsorship in the last episode with Chido, who happens to be the strongest woman in Zimbabwe, but she's the second strongest woman in the world and the only strongest woman in Africa. Actually, the number one.
Sorry, by the way, the boys got my number 5 in the whole wide world.
Imagine.
Number 5, guys. Imagine.
Vanavevu are really doing what they have to do in the sports scene, but they do need sponsorship, and it seems like we need to pay more attention to that conversation. Sponsorship. We need to support our sporting industry. So I'm going to go in and talk to the other people. But today,
by the way, secondary, my nickname was Bolt because I A-level. For real. So as you can see, use it. I'm going to be interviewing Vakomana 4x400 meters. Vaketa number 5 in the... Do you get what I'm saying? Number 5 in the whole wide world. So ndichataura na captaini, ndichataura na Monya. And ndine mundebele wandasangana naye anonzi Tandazani. Achandidzisa kuti sui. So, tell us a little bit about Gerren. Who is Gerren Muwishi beyond the track?
My name is Gerren Muwishi, but most people know me as Captain Biza. I'm an athlete, but off the track I do a lot of coaching for high school students and for up-and-coming athletes. I also have a law degree and a master's in commercial law.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so a bit of everything in one person.
Ah, that's good. Now that Maka qualifier for the Beijing 2027, muruku trainer say pane zvamungada here for the training and stuff.
I think we have an ongoing partnership with Mo's One Community. They were responsible mainly for helping the boys near the process here qualifying for the World Relays. They gave us a bit of help in terms of gym, in terms of diet, in terms of transport. So they've been with us since the beginning, and now they're trying to help us as we go forward to Beijing.
Ah, okay, that's nice. How did your journey start?
Our journey as a 4x4 or my journey as an athlete?
your journey?
Oh, I started running in 2012 when I was in upper 6.
Okay.
Because of a bit. Next thing was, exactly. Next thing, I'm competing at nationals for the first time. But then I didn't think athletics was a thing. So, when first year, I got my funnies because I thought it was something. But then someone then just told me you should try and see where this takes you. So my second year in Tripanapa use it. Now I understood seriously and I started winning my championships in my university. I ended up my world student games to Beijing, to China, sorry.
Oh.
And then 2017 when I took my world student games. And then there was obviously the transition from being a university athlete to national scene. So that's how I started running.
Oh, so at some point, have you ever felt like giving up?
Almost every year.
Why? Why?
Almost every year.
Running is simple.
It looks simple. Yeah, it's look for 15 minutes start. But yeah, I think the most difficult thing about our sport is Aibadari.
Oh.
So yeah. So most of the funding, for my races, for your own nutrition, for your own diets, is Mariano Stagrapa Chago. So around to outside. It becomes very difficult for you to get the basic allowance. You want to transport training. In between my training sessions. So I think finances are one of the biggest challenges because we've had a lot of athletes in Zimbabwe but both as you badari as namari as nopa.
Yes, why would I give up?
Exactly. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I almost gave up. And then obviously but and then ukatanga kutasa zvesitaura nevanhu pasocial media unoona zvisiya vanhu vachiti mhanyo uyu mamisire saka at the end of the day there are a lot of factors anokwanisa kucontributa kuti munhu agive up saka kana iwo usiri mentally strong zveshuwa unogona kutosiya.
How do you handle pressure pama major competitions? How do you handle pressure?
Ndongozvidza chinhu one. Handisiri ndatanga kusara, handisiri ndatanga kuwina. Saka at the end of the day you just need to tell yourself that because ukadyiwa zvinotambika, we move on from that. Ukawina, next time unogona kungosiyiwa, saka there's no certainty in track and field yekuti ucharamba uchingowina. Saka at the end of the day that keeps you level headed kuti ukasiyiwa, don't beat yourself up. Unogona kungosiyiwa nhasi, but there's always next time you can win. Ukawinawo nhasi, usabva kukura musoro because next time unogona kuita sei kungosiyiwa. Saka that helps keeps you balanced.
All right, so pama competitions amakaita yamuno feel out this was the toughest day yakuchaina ere or mune imwe yamuno this was the toughest?
I think my toughest one was patikenda kuma African Games 2024 ku Ghana.
Yes.
When I ran 2 personal bests on 2 consecutive days.
Yes.
The races were tough, but we managed to pull through. I think for me personally, those were the toughest races I've been in. Nepapa my world delays at this year. Kune kuchimhanyiwa. Unongochifunga kuti wakumhanya but panozopinda nevamwe vanenge vachimhanya kupfuura. Then you'll see that there's a certain level you need to reach before wakunzi unonyatsovanga.
So what role do you think the government or the corporates should play kwa Murima athletes in this athletic world?
Like I said before, finances. As long as athletes have the proper recovery, proper diets, proper everything, it goes a long way because you can see the difference from Patikatanga Kwana support from most one community. The guys were running my 45-6, 45-7, but the 2 weeks at Kawana, that proper support, Leaford Zuze and Wetinana moved from a 45-6 to a 44-9. Tandazani Ndhlovu moved from a 45-6 to a 45-1-4 to a 44-7-1 in those 2 weeks. So I think for us, that financial support goes a long way in trying to help my athletes with proper recovery, proper diet, proper gym, proper everything. And the moment that is balanced, then everything else just falls into place. Because Noah Lyles, one of the greatest 200-meter athletes of this generation, athletics is an easy sport. It's just expensive. Saka kana usina mari manje pa expensive apa ukwani. Saka kana usinawo zviri expensive zvinodiwa wangofanawo nemunhu ari kumhanya high school kana zvimachiki exactly.
All right, I get it. Okay, Gerren, as our captain, how is your day like?
I think what makes it difficult is for most professional athletes, they wake up, they go to the gym, they come back again, they recover, they go for track training, they come back. Now for an average athlete in Zimbabwe, because that is not
yes.
When they wake up, I obviously wake up, we do our sessions in the morning, we start at 8. And we try to start in the morning so that we give everyone else a bit of time during the day. So we come here at 8 o'clock in the morning, tatanga training, and we usually finish around 10:30. And then from 10:30 in the afternoon, in the morning, sorry.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when we go for our gym session, which usually started around 11 to around 12:30.
Okay.
Tap at that gym, people disperse. Myself, like I said, I'm a coach.
Yes.
That's why when I have to make the journey from gym to Paramount Play Center.
Yes.
Takufamba takwenda St. George's kunokocha vafana vepa St. George's. And then that usually happens from like 2 till 5. And then from 5 I have to go from St. George's ndakuya pano pa use it. Ndakuzokocha foot whenever I use it from 5 till 6:30.
Captain, mune social life.
So now that becomes difficult because as an athlete you need time to recover. Manje no recover say wabapana pa wafamba kwenda pa Groom Bridge, wafamba pa Groom Bridge, waenda ku St. George's, wafamba pa St. George's, wadzoka panapa, wabva panapa, wakufana kukwira kombi na 7.
Ikombi kwete kuti mota yenyu personal.
Atina mota todzara kupi.
So that's why Mati athlete life is expensive.
It's expensive, exactly.
Describe how expensive wacho kuti uri papi.
Right, petrol yakakwira.
Yes.
Makomba akuta $50.
Yes.
Saka chara $50 yekubva kwaunogara wopinda town. Wabva hayi wakani expensive. Wobva wati $1 rekubva town kuya pa UZ tapa $250. Uchada futi $250 yekuta sei yekudzokera kumba. And at the same time, gym yatinoshandisa inoda $40 going up. And that's how the team are per month. And at the same time, you're going to need breakfast, you're going to need lunch, you're going to need supper, which is in the excess of $8 a day. So 8 yechikafu, 5 ye transport per day that I'm 13.
I want this.
So imagine now multiply that 13 by the 30 days.
Yes.
And then after that, most of our races in Zim, electronic timing, you have to qualify for major competitions. So we have to go and compete outside the country.
All right.
You go to South Africa because you foot. So we have to go by bus.
Yes.
You need to pay our own accommodation, you need to pay my race entries and everything.
Yes.
So in a month, you are in the excess of $400-$500 for training and for races.
Okay. So, sa captain, mataura chemo, mataura life yakadai. Imi ndi captain, muri captain. Ko team yenyu mune encourage how? Mune encourage say kuti ende remberi nokumhanya kuti chero zvakadaro zvinhu zvakaoma makanowina. Mune encourage how?
I think for me, I always tell the boys, Kuti, let's not look at the short term of it.
Yeah.
Because in as much as $500 a month is long term man, it opens way for sponsorships, it opens way for endorsements, it opens way for probably getting scholarships to go and study Kwacho United States, things actually a bit better. So I always try to encourage the boys, Kuti, but if you push hard enough, going forward, because ukawana my endorsements, ukawana sponsorship, most of those expenses are now paid for by the various sponsors. And no petra wabva level rere kuti wamuka waenda kubasa waita sei unenge wangobhadharwa kumuka nekumhanya chete.
All right, I get it. So trek yamuri kumhanyira yamuri kutrainera ish. Iwo class trek here ndo yamuri kunosangana nayo here kuChina ndo yamuri kunosangana here or muri kuda kuti pa improve ipapo.
The problem in Zim is we don't have any certified tracks. Like Team Kamanyanguva, no recognition of athletics. In Zim, I think we've got 5 tracks. Panopa use it, which is the main one that people use. But Panapa Pacho Panto Badaro, Kutimshanse track. There's the one of national sports that are inaccessible. One is because of my renovations that we take. So I cannot marry to Hapana track unless Pana Papachi Badaro. And this one is not a standard track, right? Like Chembera, so it's a bit hard. So I'm not my injuries because of it. Can I go Blawa, you Hapana foot because the same White City. You get 2 days a week to use the track, but no Badaro foot. No Badaro foot. Same thing. No Badaro. No, so at the end of the day, it's not certified to give us the times that we need.
Captain, pane here zvamungada kubuditsa pakati pemoyo zviri pakati pemoyo wenyu zvamungada kutaura tarise yenyu kukamera muudze vanhu zviri pakati pemoyo wenyu, feel free.
Chekutanga tokumburono na Victor. But seriously speaking, I think the people just need to believe in the team.
Nice.
Yeah, because the local athletes also have a lot to offer. With the right support, we can also have homegrown Olympians.
Yes.
We know that the guys in the States are doing big things for the country, but as it is, the local guys also have a lot to give if they have the proper facilities that they need. So at the end of the day, trust the team, trust the process, believe in the boys, and they're going to do big things for the country.
Okay, so in short, mukureva kuti munenge makafutsirwa like amusikuonekwa kungori vakomana veningi rugby vakomana kova nomhanya hanzi tionewo tipewo marapta uko. So welcome back from the betting break. Coach Munya, tell us a bit about yourself and how long have you been with the team?
Okay, so Nyara Dzikwanzira is my name. I've been in athletics for effectively about over a decade, about 11 years now. And I'm the founder and director of MWC Sport, which MWC Spartans, the club, falls under. In MWC Spartans, we have our pioneer, Gerren Muwishi, who is the national team captain, Zuze, and a few other athletes. So particularly with the national team, the Zimbabwe 4x4, I was the team press liaison officer, and I was also assisting in terms of soliciting sponsorship.
Okay. Can you tell us what's the state of the Zim athletes now?
Okay, so you realize that Zim Athletics is divided into 2, right? So we've got the athletes that are based locally, and then we've got athletes that are based in the States. We consistently represent the country at international level, World Championships, Olympics. So we've got the likes of Makarao, Charamba, Isaac Mpofu, they featured the Olympics. Makarao and Charamba based in the States. But now we've seen a significant rise of locally based sprinters, particularly with the Zimbabwe 4x4, with Gerren Muwishi, Hove, Ndhlovu, and Zuze. So these guys are literally the poster boys of local athletics through them qualifying for the world relays, which then led to the qualification to the world championships. So generally, athletics in Zimbabwe, from a technical point of view, is on the rise. Of course, there's a bit of a resource gap, but that is some sort of work in progress.
Okay, so now that you qualified for the Beijing 2027 World Championships, what support would you like?
Obviously, the athletes need nutrition, the athletes need to access a physiotherapist, the athletes need to get a decent facility which they can train in. The athletes need a gym, and also they need some funding for their own livelihoods, right? Because for these guys, athletics is their life. Like you're a media person, this is what you do, you expect an earning out of it. I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, I expect to earn out of it. These guys, they also need some sort of funding to sort of bridge the gap between their talent and the actual peak performance that is needed. So of late you realize that in the build up to the World Relays, that gap was sort of curtailed by Mo's One community as they funded the nutrition, the transportation, recovery and physiotherapy of the boys, as well as Arthurford, the brand that sponsored the team kit. So you realize getting into the competition, the athletes were a bit hyped up, confident because of how they were dressed, and they generally well prepared in terms of their physicality. So just going forward, those are sort of the things that we'll be looking at. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's just say uri kumachonyonyo oro uri inini ndoziva kuti ndiri fit ndinomhanya. Kana ndichida kukujoinai, what do I have to do?
Okay, so for us, we're a club, right?
Yeah.
What we do is we also do talent identification, and then we see in terms of profile who can join us, because it's not, our club is not franchised, right? It's not like we've got a professional system where we're paying athletes and everything. Sometimes we fund the operations of the club fully.
Yeah.
So there are things that there are processes that we go through in order to identify. But generally in Zimbabwe, the beauty of athletics in Zimbabwe is that through the National Association of School Heads and the National Association of Primary Heads, every child in Zimbabwe belonging to a school has access to progress from their cluster to their zone to their district, province, and then national level. So at the end of the day, it is at those platforms, particularly at national level, that we attend and try and identify talent. And then you'd realize that through the leadership of Mr. Tendai Tagara, the president of athletics, there's a widespread range of coaches all over the country now with top qualifications. So sometimes when we identify talent, we don't really take an athlete in. We actually identify a coach within their proximity so that they can get the help that they need from a very professional person who knows what they're doing. So at the end of the day, our commitment is to our athletes, yes, but it's also to the country at large in terms of how best we can contribute. Yeah.
And here we go for the final of the relay 4x400 meters men with Senegal, Ghana, Botswana, Nigeria, Morocco, Zimbabwe, and Kenya. Nigeria, Morocco, Botswana, Senegal, Ghana. Zimbabwe, Kenya, Morocco, Botswana, Nigeria, Senegal, and Ghana.
So Thandazani, tell us a bit about yourself.
Bizo lami nguThandazani Ndhlovu. Ngizalwe koBulawayo, ngakhulela khona koBulawayo. Ngikasela athletics yami koBulawayo. Yeah, that's the list I can say.
Oh, so what support would you need for the Beijing, for the preparation of the Beijing World Championship?
For preparation in Beijing,
yes.
I think the main support sidinga the funding. Of course, that's the first thing.
Yes.
Yokuthi sibesithole transportation or a camp. Masingathola a camp singa train ndawonye with the team that is going to Beijing.
Yes.
Then, of course, the camp would come with food, training, good training facilities and stuff. So these are the things that we would need for Beijing, and also, of course, I'm a uniform so that we can look smart.
Sweet.
Yeah, we look sweet.
Yes. So, Thandazani, how was your experience in Botswana?
Experience in Botswana,
yes.
I'm surprised because I'm feeling as if that's my place.
Yes.
So ngaba experience sharp kakhulu. It was
yes.
like dala ngikhona ngale but it was my first time go world relays, but it looked like vele into yami I've been there before.
Yes.
So yeah, ngaba experience enhle kakhulu. So kwasebenzeka and everything went well.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's all from us guys. That is Thandazani and I'm Tendai. Sweet. Your milestone journey. Tell us about that, Thandazani.
Okay, ngizalithatha kusukela this year because this season yikho lapho kube lam achievements amaningi khona. So from this season bengile personal best of 46.71.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So ngahamba ngayagijima South Africa 46.05,
okay.
45.30, 45.14 up until I became the second fastest 400 meters in Zimbabwe with the 44.71. So yeah, that one I achieved. Now in a Golden Grand Prix title. I got a gold to them.
Nice.
And some prize money. So
you still have the money.
I can't tell.
Hi.
So after Grand Prix, I was invited to Pretoria to participate in Akani Simbine Classic. Okay. Then I became fourth, but I broke the national record 300 meters,
yes.
32.06 seconds. So now I hold 4x400 meter national record. 300 meter national record to myself. Yeah. I'm the second fastest 400 meter athlete.
Nice.
And now I've qualified for Beijing, I've qualified for African Championships, and I'm gonna qualify for Olympics. So,
Thandazani,
yes.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Are you married?
Not yet.
I'm joined by Monya. Can you please tell us a bit about yourself?
My fans don't see Baba Monya.
Baba Monya.
Saka chitanga kuya kwa athletics 2019.
Yes.
Tambo ita bodybuilding. Tasia zve athletics. Saka takazodzoka tatichi. One team.
But muri
sasi tichimanya futi. Saka ngoti Monya iyo inomanye. Ndopaka chi?
Zita kuti Monya.
Saka ti Baba Monya. So far this is ready Monya majainza anosvika mahamba kadai pati zita sati lapera.
Ewa muri Monya remutrekika. Yeah, all right. So can you please tell us Kuti, how was your experience ku Botswana? Ku Botswana kwanga kuri sei kwa makano wina.
Experience ku Botswana kadikidiki changu dzidza zichopa because tatagara tine zvatinazvo zvakati wande. Because mwono mwe kana chifamba kagukuchira azofamba asina chinhu. But pa 4x4 yeBotswana ma world relays.
Yes.
Ndakamanya pa second leg.
Yes.
Ndo nzvimbo yangu yandakaisa muZimbabwe nza. Baba Monya ndiye second leg. Saka second leg ina anotifambe but tatrimo mu top 3 momo.
Aiwa, that's nice. So Baba Monya zviri kurevere kuti makanuna. Baba Monya vakanuna. Nekuti kama ka qualifier tipewa ka bag racho, tipewa ka cash Baba Monya. Makuti manje.
Aiwa. Takawina gogo.
Yes.
Takamirira. Pane matista tangaitwa the news uya. Then takamirira congratulation yenyika yedu. Avasati vauita congratulation aswa.
Kuma acquire. Tutangira kumutuma acquire. Ndizo.
Akauya wa takawamirira. Takatu sama kumaviri utaroreso.
Kukuti mugamuchire.
Yeah. Sata gamuchira zveva takamirira.
Yeah. All right. So Baba Monya, chicha mungada kuti mu supportwe pa journey yenyu yokuenda ku Beijing. Chicha mungada.
Pajene Beijing for support and school. Because Mukatasa Stasa inini ndakazvimirira.
Yes, baba
Pacham. I'm a computer driver.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Sometimes ndombo among material buying and selling.
Okay.
Saka manje kuti nditi ndiri kuya training. Ndiri driver kombi.
Yes.
Nda kuita nekutengesa kudai.
Yes.
Azviiti kuti munhu onditi mota o indabasa. Mota $100 kana $120 per day. Saka nikambokata kuti 3 hours ndichiya kuno training. Atichabudi mari yaya. Samanje nenda kufana kusiya chi driver kombi. Ndoya kupi? Kuno. Ndoya kuno. Uvunyika ya kuno. Kuno kwacho vanofana kuti chegawo. Avari kungodai dai. Saka manje pakurima pakutobatsirwa still especially mari yotenga maspike because nyanya dura
maspikes. Okay.
Because spike ndoro nyanya kucontribute pakumanya sele because kana spike rakadya kwa manya ku.
Oh manyi mushi.
Obwati mari bus.
Yes.
Obwati mari scarf. Obwati mari jaje kuti ungugara zvakanaka ungorarama good life.
Hapana.
Isingatso batika. Kumene na position top 5
in the world.
Pa 4x4 men's.
Yes.
Parongodo ngoti tingo batsiri kana one to finance.
Yeah, finance.
Yeah, it's finance. Finance kana iri boss is the step.
All right.
1 2.
Yes.
Plus pekutrainera jaje. Pane paido ground riri bo chichi
specifically for my athletes.
Yeah, saka so far idutumbo shanza chi University of Zimbabwe. But University of Zimbabwe yacho todzoka ku finance vano vachitipo receipt bekuti ushandise ground.
Mari yakutodiwa.
Yakutodiwa. Saka kana ndisina marandu yekuno ndonotraina hangu mutara kuti zeti kwandogara kumadhaka uko.
Okay.
Yeah, asi atomendeni ndondwari.
Andika.
Yeah, because akwatamba ndoko.
Andika.
Takatomboenda China last time.
Yes.
Tikadaza tomina mufinal. But this time taturi mufinal.
Makatopinda. Ndo zvinonzi trust the process.
If my dad is watching this, ndana dad vanyowan. But hey, kunzima dad.
Pakaipa.
Ku hard.
Pakaipa. Ona panengwecho.
Ku tense.
Chiona panengwecho.
90.
37.
But dance zakawanda mbora. Pama seconds panokutumiswa.
Anana dilapo aita zvorita izvo.
Do you think kuti Zimbabwe as a country chodongo yakareba sei kuti tizosvika pakuhosta macups akadaiswa in our country?
Ndifunga tinoda nguva yakareba tikangorongeka hama manje tinosvika.
What do you think tofana kuita kurongeka kwemacaptain kwemateam kana kuti kwedu senyika?
Mari kuti bhora rifambe imari zvinhu zvese zvinoda kuti incentivize kuti tibudirire maona tikadero zvinobuda.
Anditi. No, thank you so much, Daddy. So, prediction alpha.
Atarowa. Nidzaita shoma.
Alright. Kana muri kudyiwa murubvumero kuti Chelsea chelevita.
Chelsea chelevita akana.
Daddy, what do you think?
Chelevita.
Chelevita.
Kana muguna yo.
Nasa muna pressure.
Pressure. Waifara patakata mane City waitosapota City wanaichelewa. Waitoti City ngaitore league wanopana kuti Arsenal waitore.
Imagine.
Sha.
Zvinogona kunge zvakaramba last year. Daddy, what do you think needs to happen mu sporting scene yedu seZimbabwe kuti tinyatsosvikawo there kune vamwe? Competitions tonyanyoonekerwa kunge tiri kuzasi but tine vanhu vanotonyatotamba bhora chaizvo chaizvo.
I think musoro kundo kunoenda muzika wano. Musoro kundo kunofanira kuchitanga kugadziriswa first. Then kuzouya kuzasi uko then. I think zvisine zvavo.
It seems like the issue of sponsorship in our sporting scene is so important and is of pivotal value. Now you realize that many many people, they want to support their local teams, they want to support the local sports, but get my grounds, sponsorship, the leadership of the people that are in there. So you realize we had a talk on Bolabet Game On, our podcast, where we mentioned that Nyema leaders are nowhere, they come through for a short time and then they stop. So there's more that needs to be done. Now I'm with one of the most enthusiastic person. That's okay.
We don't always gain what we want in life. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. And
yes.
Yeah, it was a fair game. Apana watinoti atenga referee kadadi, it was a fair game.
I'm so proud of you. This guy had promised Muwishi kuti Chelsea ka winner. Ari kutenga 4 macourts pa munu.
I want to hide that tamba.
Anzi nanchi tamba. This is the man that taught me a new word today. Anzi
Is it called Chelevita? You know, this team is like a like to our children at home. We used to give our children Chelevita, right? So Chelsea is easy to beat, so we call it Chelevita. But Bolabet, before I go offline, but give me something.
Obvious, you know, see something. You taught me a new word, Chelevita. Neguti Chelsea, no jiki wanyangwe never know. But the Chelsea fans don't come for me. These are his words. But Chicha Munodo Kuona in our sporting scene says Zimbabwe, the things that we want to see improve.
In our sporting, like right now in Zimbabwe, me, I'm a fan for Dynamos. We need some sponsorship. Dynamos, if you win the game, you give me something like $200, $300. Scotland F.C, in about now 1,500 winning bonus. Caps United $500 winning bonus. So how can we build our team if we don't have a sponsorship? Tumbarara said we can come and support Dynamos, but Marriott said no, we cannot help. If Bolabet can come and help Dynamos to win more games, the sponsorship, the ground we are using right now, the show ground is not very good. Very bad ground. It's got some bumps and stuff. So our players are not professional to play competitive football like Caps is doing right now. We need money to Dynamo so that we can win more games. Like Man City did today. Yes. We have got money there in Man City. But me, I'm a Zimbabwean. I must support Dynamos to have more money, more cups. I love football. Football is my name.
I'm so proud. Thank you so much. And thank you for teaching me a new word.
Chelevita.
Wait, again?
Chelevita.
Amaikani, Chelevita. Bolabet shake prove you know the game.
When you talk about football in Zimbabwe, I think the administration part of the game is lagging behind. We would want more. We would want to see more. And when to be innovative, to bring up something that is being that we give to people. So I think it's best that they need to improve on the administration part of the game and to give the people value for their money. If we go to the stadium, they get value for money when they watch the game. I think that's what they have to say.
Bolabet hashtag prove you know the game. We're still hanging out here at Legends Village in Mufakose, and I am with my brothers here, Majabora. Musauye. Manje mukatiti tisauye toya sei.
Sauye kusiti. Chambire kuchelevita kucheleraki. Ndokwa mofa na kutambire koko chikorere koko kunoko musauye.
So you guys munotamba bora. What are some of the challenges amasangana nawo pakutamba bora? Sport yenyu ino muno muZimbabwe nyanyonetsa pachi.
Muno mu like se vanhu vemuwood mugeto kati hatina ma equipments chichi vanhu vakawanda tinogona kutaura kuti someone kuti ngawe ne sportswear yake but vazhinji they can afford but tinga ichida some donations kana kuti kungobatsirwawo from zvatinounzawo zvatinoita se zvatokwanisa kuisawo paclub yedu kana kuti kasporting event katukuita ipapo
tamba bhora 1 bhora rakabayiwa bhora rinenge rapera
bhora rinenge rapera sapa nepamwe nebhora 1
tese vana vanoenda nemabhora 2-2 but isusu bro nende bhora 1
Oster.
Wati?
Andina ma-shooters, ndotama ne-Oster.
Oster ka 10 SK white kapera
Saka
so ma-clubs enyani ngachiti mufinance mega motsvaga mari yacho kana
kana tine game musesataje totobhadhara ground 5 years
ground ema-schools ma-primary
munhu wese anotobvisa 5 US kuti mutambe paground
zvinodhipenda nokuti pachikoro ipapo kana kuti ground rati kushandisa ri kudirwa mari but usually kunoku they range from 10 to 20 so tinokuva kuti maplayers kana kuti vanongoda kungoisawo mari yavo noisa toresa from the certain amount inenge yataurwa totamba bhora maonerwo ari kuitwa izvezvi relocal zvasiyana handitika saka tinoti mukuru scott nezvavakaita mupremier vakaita sei vakatosimudzira chi bhora ende tikada kutarisa izvezvi takutonzwa takutoziva tumwe tumateams toma D1 machichi handitika just because of chi Scotland FC ende kudzorwa kwayakaita namusona anakama enchi takusapota chi Scotland ende nezvavari kutongoitawo mupremier meme
muri kufara iri kufadaya so team musauye they have their concerns. One of the amazing strikers anotamba nema-Osters and haazi ma-shooters, they're not friendly on the pitch and sometimes when they need to play they have to pay. They pay local schools to use their grounds ema primary schools or high schools kuti vashandise. The other one had an injury and now he couldn't even get medical attention. He had to sustain himself. So it's really sad and unfortunate that these guys, there is so much talent but because vana sponsorship. That's why you're seeing our youth turn their attention to being hustlers, but the real talent is here and they need help, they need sponsorship. Bolabet prove you know the game, but it is a bit somber because we need to support our people. We need to show up for our fellow Zimbabweans. The talent that we have cannot die down. We need to support it.
Well, $2 will do.
$2 deposit voucher.
all over Zimbabwe. Tisukuita ema-agents edu e-Bolabet. Ninge ichinzi Bola Express. By Bola Express, it's whereby you guys, you will be using this POS machine. We will give you this POS machine so that mkwase kudepositira vanhu vedu, customer edu e-Bolabet. Toitira paya pachaitwa World Cup, right? Pachaitwa World Cup and it's late. Unaona timu ya tamba ya kuchikiwa, unokwasa kudefenda timu yako kana usina mari mu account, unongwenda pa counter pema buzz atenge taka mchamaona chamesa ma website edu chakuzisa imese kuti ma buzz api atchasia my POS machine edu. So please watch out in your areas all over Zimbabwe. We are coming to your bars and also agent wedu. We have my spinning wheel for the watch party. But on watch spinner, just register with Bolabet and deposit just $2. And then we want a chance you could spin at the wall and win my jerseys, $2 meal vouchers, beverage vouchers. So watch out, your bar could be next.
FC United chimombe kubva kudhara saka changomira nayo kubva kudhara chaitombodywa but izvezvi tiri pamusoro pelogo tisiri panumber 1
icho
kurova
green machine baba
tikurova
and then Zimbabwe
aindosapota Zimbabwe because mukatarisa pamatimu ese auya manje manje ari kukombeteta neZimbabwe mukatarisa ana Mozi ana Hardrock vese vari kukombeteta neZimbabwe saka inongosapota Zimbabwe saka ndikasasapota Zimbabwe hapana zvandinge ndaita handifaniri kufila kuti nyaya yeZimbabwe Zimbabwe by 5 by 4 nyange tisina mari
ko Scotland
aiwa Scotland mabviravira bhora izi
mabviravira
ona club yedu ya mawani plus tinochena plus tinowana
munowana
atinowana
zvikuoneka Scotland
ya Scotland plus dzokune ndenya dzepombi dzese dziri kuchi
dziri Scotland saka isati chazori pombi notiri kuDzimbabwe tisauye makakwana. It has been a lovely conversation talking to all these people. You know what, we have these watch parties every now and then with Bolabet, proudly brought to you by Bolabet. So do stay tuned and check out our social media pages. Mogara mchingotarisa let's go to next watch party iri kupi pamwe ndinongoya kuarea kwako toatachila toona bhora kana kuri kudya chelevita todya tese chelevita. Bolabet #proof you know the game. I am your host Roba Michelle and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Goodbye.